California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On first down, King. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
31's the mic. I know he ain't got it. 31's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They'll run on first down. It's King. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd and 7. The mic. Let's go, let's go. 31's the mic. Ready, go.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Week 4 of the preseason, last chance here to make an impression. You know he wanted to play mistake-free football, but that just went by the wayside.
Like a lawyer, this is his closing argument. Now it goes to the hands of the jury, and you know who the jury is. The coaching staff. They've got to decide whether he's the guy, he's going to make the roster, what it's going to be for him. Mistake-free football is exactly what he was after. Unfortunately, he didn't get it.
Yeah, and it's magnified with him being a rookie. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Mark 56.
Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Good completion that time by quarterback Phillip Rivers, who, by the way, is a perfect 4-0 all-time in his career against the San Francisco 49ers. Trying to tick that up to 5-0 if he can get a win in this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Number 53. Mike 53. Come on, D.
To throw is Rivers. Allen's got it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Mike 53.
Rivers now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Man up. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 35, watch 35. Go.
Kaepernick now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That'll be caught by Rice. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. This is fielded inside the 5. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check 26, check 26.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Here's Taylor to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Los Angeles.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, watch it. 56 to Mike. 56.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 198. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. And let's get this. 190.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And the Chargers first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Ochena Nwosu. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
57. You better be afraid of me. You better. Hey, Orbit. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. The 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 70 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
It's now second and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
36.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4.
61, match box, right.
It's a pickup of 6.
Hey, watch
Get
it.
Second and 4. Open man is Bourne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's first and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Echo. Steve Griffin.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and long. throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter, so get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. There he goes left side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it'll bring up third down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Back to throw here. He finds McKinnon, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I'm coming for you, Mike. 57, Mike, 57. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Ready? They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Chris Hogan. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Yeah.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Drop deep, drop deep. Echo. 53's mine. Check, 53's mine.
Now it's Taylor. This one caught by Davis. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Big serious right here. We got to step it up. Mike, 53. 53.
On 2nd and 12, Taylor. He will find Davis. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We ain't giving him nothing. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Charlie. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Shoot.
They'll try and throw for it here. And some room to run now. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we had thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. They go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle. Second and 6. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And some space here. Past the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Back to throw again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the ready, 6 by 56. Target.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Completes it to Davis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Mike's 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drop,
he's got a man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 52 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
The Chargers take over.
Let's go,
first and 10
let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'll have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 2nd and 2. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds Coleman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarek McKinnon there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Taylor to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
56 at the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Cantrell. Touchdown, L.A. Dylan Cantrell, 47 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Taylor going to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? He's back to throw. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
And that one, it's going to hurt. Big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They will run again with Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.